Kim So-hyun was a bookworm, but he was unlucky enough to be in the same class as Choi Trang Dong, a fat bully who always picked on him and then left him alone. He didn't know when this school violence would end, and he was in despair when he suddenly noticed a notice board. It just appeared out of nowhere and gave him his first task: apologize to his mother. He was sorry for raising his voice earlier. After completing the simple task, Kim So-hyun was rewarded with a gold card that helped him grow 3 centimeters more. He admitted that the air above 1m7 was different, haha. He continued to do a few more tasks and received countless rewards. The best of them was the ability to restore his eyesight without glasses. There was another silver card that was more about fighting, but Kim Hyun didn't care. As usual, he was called out by Choi Trang Dong today. Kim So-hyun was weak and knelt on the floor, while Choi Trang Dong stood holding a cigarette and puffing smoke. His face and his gang always showed a mocking and annoying attitude. He brought up Kim So-hyun's story with Baek Chae-rin in the class to tease him, and asked Kim So-hyun to repeat it for him. Kim So-hyun was scared and apologized even though he knew there was no reason to apologize to Choi Trang Dong. And of course he just asked for the sake of asking. He punched Kim So-hyun to the floor and threw the cigarette next to him. He ordered Kim So-hyun to pick up the cigarette for him. The cigarette was clearly smoked. He reluctantly crawled up to pick it up. "What are you doing there?" "Kim Do-hun." He looked up. "What's going on here?" He was confused and didn't know what to do. Then Choi Trang Dong helped him up and explained that he was his brother and asked him to pick up the cigarette for him. Kim Do-hyun knew that his brother was being bullied. It was so annoying. But she saw her brother being cowardly and became angry. She didn't want to ask anymore. She just turned around and threw the trash. Choi Trang Dong saw Kim So-hyun's sister as if he had caught gold. His eyes sparkled and he was excited. He said he would introduce his sister to him. He was really a bad guy. In the bathroom, he asked Kim So-hyun about his sister. Kim So-hyun didn't want his sister to get involved with him. Do-hyun was bland, and her studies were very bad. The more he said, the more angry Choi Trang Dong was. He replied to Kim So-hyun's words in a vile way. The words from Choi Trang Dong's mouth were so vile that the potato sitting in the bathroom had to open the door to say. The potato liked to be loud. His voice was heroic and tragic. "Choi Trang Dong, you've gone too far." As soon as he finished, he punched him in the face. He didn't stop there. Choi Trang Dong pounced and punched and kicked continuously as if he was venting his anger. He cursed as he hit. As usual, Kim So-hyun would stand there, not daring to intervene, because they also had their own rules. Whoever got hit would take it alone and not drag others in, because if they did, it would be more sandbags for them to practice, but today was not like that. "You bastard," he shouted, making Choi Trang Dong stop and look back. "You're so brave. What did you say? I'm telling you, you bastard." Hearing that, Choi Trang Dong rushed to hit him. "What the hell?" Kim So-hyun punched Choi Trang Dong to the floor. "That's right. That was the value of the silver card he received yesterday, the attack card, boxing armor." He used the armor to hit Choi Trang Dong's face. As he was fighting, the task board appeared: beat Choi Trang Dong, reward, a gold card and a silver card. And of course he accepted the task. Because he was very angry, he was thinking why he had to endure and live like that. The task was opened. He started to fight. Choi Trang Dong was still lying still on the floor, his eyes wide open as if he didn't know what was going on. He still couldn't calm down from the current situation. He stood up, approached Kim So-hyun provocatively. "You want to die, right?" Before he could hit, Kim So-hyun struck first, punching him straight in the nose. Choi Trang Dong was furious and rushed over, throwing punches continuously. The status board of strength appeared constantly. He kept hitting until Choi Trang Dong fell down, lying unconscious on the floor. Potato stood still like a statue, still couldn't believe his eyes that Kim So-hyun had beaten the fat Choi Trang Dong. It was unbelievable. Kim So-hyun sat on Choi Trang Dong's body and gasped. "You have completed the mission." The status board appeared in front of him. "Your armor proficiency has increased." Not yet tired, Potato quickly grabbed his hand and dragged him away. They had to run away before Choi Trang Dong's gang came. That's right, they were scary because they had a pack. The two sat in a corner on the rooftop, worried about the upcoming breaks. They would surely be called out and beaten. Kim So-hyun held his head and didn't know how to go to school in the coming days. He also suddenly remembered the reward. That's right, this time it was also a gold card and a silver card. He opened them. Potato sat next to him and didn't know anything. He only knew that Kim So-hyun was mumbling to himself because he couldn't see the status board. What the hell is that? What are these two cards? As he was confused about the card, Baek Chae-rin and the girls came. She told Kim So-hyun that they were looking for him. He didn't know why Baek Chae-rin was so nice today. She even advised him to leave school early if he didn't want to be beaten. After school, before he could escape, he was caught. He was so scared that he could only close his eyes. Just let them beat him, or else the other guy would come. That was Go Ha-jun, the monster who had just enrolled and had dealt with all the thugs in the third year. He was also the biggest boss in this high school. And what would come would come. He really appeared. The gang bowed like gods. He walked over to where Kim So-hyun was standing, asked, "Did you really beat Choi Trang Dong?" He couldn't believe that a small kid like Kim So-hyun could knock out the fat Choi Trang Dong. He looked up. Kim So-hyun looked up at him. He was taller than him by a head, his body was big and sturdy, his face was angular and full of murderous aura. "I heard you know boxing, try it." Kim So-hyun shivered. He was pushed into a corner. He kept moving closer. "Or let me hit first." He didn't know what to do now. Fight for real? If he fought, he would die, but if he didn't fight, he would also die. Go Ha-jun continued, "If you hit me, I'll let you go." Kim So-hyun was scared. He didn't know what to do. Just take a risk. He was in a dilemma when he suddenly remembered the two cards. That's right, couldn't he use them right now? But the two cards didn't seem to fit the situation. A recovery card and a high-pitched skill card. What does high-pitched skill have to do with fighting? The recovery card seemed better. But what to recover? Recovering physical strength wouldn't make any difference. He didn't know what to do. Go Ha-jun asked again. Just take a risk. Anyway, he would be beaten, but hitting and then being beaten was better. Snap. What the hell? This Go Ha-jun guy was not a joke. Even though he was hit by surprise, he still dodged very fast. Kim So-hyun kept throwing punches but none of them hit Go Ha-jun. He hit from the side but still missed. Go Ha-jun counterattacked. He punched Kim So-hyun hard in the stomach. With just the first punch, he fell down and lay on the ground. Go Ha-jun approached, his face emotionless, cold as a spine. Kim So-hyun lay there. He knew it would end up like this. Anyway, Go Ha-jun would beat him to a pulp because he had hit him, as he said. He hugged his head as if to block Go Ha-jun's punch. What is he doing? Is Go Ha-jun asking him? He got up, called Kim So-hyun up and invited him to smoke. How weird. The monster Go Ha-jun just let him go? And also invited to smoke. Kim So-hyun looked surprised. He quickly got up and followed Go Ha-jun's crowd. At the back corner of the school, Go Ha-jun and his gang were lighting cigarettes. Kim So-hyun stood still. He still didn't know why he was standing here, nor what was happening to him. He still doubted the evil Go Ha-jun. He didn't hit him in class for fear of making noise but dragged him out here to beat him. That's a wicked monster. Check. Go Ha-jun handed him a cigarette and invited him to smoke. It is not surprising that people are not surprised. Kim So-hyun waved his hand to refuse because he never smoked. Go Ha-jun took a puff of smoke. Sorry for what happened earlier. You fight better than I thought. Kim So-hyun stood still as if sprayed with glue. Damn sorry. Go Ha-jun apologized to him really. He said he was also learning boxing and saw his punches very good. Kim So-hyun still didn't dare to believe what he heard. It's like a dream. At home, Kim So-hyun lay on the bed looking at the ceiling thinking. What kind of person is Go Ha-jun? Clearly everyone says he is a very scary monster. But he apologized and praised him. It's so hard to understand. Maybe he just pretended to give him a living death tomorrow? He suddenly remembered the mission board. Because of it he hit Choi Trang Dong and offended Go Ha-jun. But thinking again, all the cards he received were related to fighting and the other tasks were just instructions. He didn't know what the main task would be like. The next class, he sat nervously. Both Potato and he pulled their hair after the third period but still didn't hear anything about Go Ha-jun. Maybe they are preparing weapons to beat him? What will come will come. Kim So-hyun, that's Choi Trang Dong's voice. He walked into the class, looked at him and reported that Go Ha-jun wanted to see him after school. Then he turned and left, like a bird came to report and flew away. Kim So-hyun was frantic, his forehead sweating, his face pale. He was thinking about a scene where his body lay motionless under the schoolyard, not human. Just thinking about it makes his legs and arms tremble. Potato stood there and didn't know what to do. If he ran away now, he would die tomorrow. Just go and take it. Come and eat is the best policy. After class, he put on his backpack and went to see Go Ha-jun. He made an appointment with him at a small bar. But something was wrong. He sat there leisurely smoking, drinking soda. Not only that, there were also girls, the hot girls of the school. Among them was Baek Chai-rin. This place was flickering, the room full of smoke, no different from a drinking hole. So Go Ha-jun plays every day in places like this. Standing there stunned, Baek Chai-rin asked in surprise, Kim So-hyun, why are you here? It was Go Ha-jun who called him. Before he could finish answering, Go Ha-jun interrupted and introduced that he was the new guy and he said he sang to welcome him. Kim So-hyun looked at Go Ha-jun in astonishment. What the hell? Go Ha-jun told you to sing. Do you even know how to sing? Have you ever sung like this before? What kind of situation is this? You can't sing but you can't refuse either. If you sing badly, you will ruin the atmosphere of the others, but if you refuse now, you will get beaten by Go Ha-jun. Well, just sing recklessly then, whatever happens. His hand grabbed the mic on the table, trembling, the other hand pressed the control to choose a song. As he started to sing along, the status board appeared. Right. He still had a silver card left, high-pitched skill. He held the mic and sang the soaring notes. Everyone in the room was surprised, they didn't expect a bookworm like Kim So-hyun to be able to sing so well. After singing, the whole group sat and discussed. Kim So-hyun blushed, he also heard them say that he was a friend of Go Ha-jun. It was unbelievable, he still couldn't imagine what was happening right now. They didn't beat him up. Go Ha-jun told him to sing another song. The boys also rushed in. Suddenly he felt so happy. He didn't know if he was happy because he got to sing like that, or because he wasn't beaten, or because he thought he had some new friends, people who could support him in the future. He smiled at Go Ha-jun. That's right, Go Ha-jun was nothing like the rumors, but completely the opposite. He was a friendly and affectionate friend. After having fun singing, they all said goodbye and left. That was the first time he went to school and felt so happy. Now his life was like turning a new page. Because he was a friend of Go Ha-jun would protect him and no one would dare to bully him anymore. Potato 2. He liked going to school more than ever. Today the sky was bright and clear, he came to school with a cheerful mood. You're here already? Go Ha-jun waited for him in the lobby, invited him to go to class. His face happily agreed, followed behind Go Ha-jun. Oh, the status board. The first main mission officially started. Wow, it seems like the tutorial mission has ended. The main mission must have a special reward. Platinum card? It's more valuable than gold card, but what is the mission anyway? Defeat Go Ha-jun, the big brother of Kongbuk High School. Damn, how can he defeat Go Ha-jun in 3 days? Kim So-hyun was bewildered, thanks to the side missions he became closer to Go Ha-jun. Everything was going well but then he had to defeat Go Ha-jun and how could he beat this school boss? Although the rumors about Go Ha-jun were bad, he was a kind and decent friend. No matter how he thought, he had no reason to fight Go Ha-jun. All lunch, he and Potato sat with Go Ha-jun but his mind was like on cloud 9. Go Ha-jun finished eating and left first. As he was picking up the chopsticks on the tray, Kim So-hyun pondered, suddenly his eyes lit up. That's right, he just needed to cancel this mission. He was already close to Go Ha-jun, he just wanted to have a normal life at school. Now that he had Go Ha-jun to protect him, what was he afraid of? Kim So-hyun left to find Go Ha-jun. He didn't expect to see Choi Trang Dong being beaten up behind the school. And the person who beat him was Go Ha-jun. He was standing there like a soulless person when Baek Chae-rin came out of nowhere and spoke. She told Kim So-hyun about the real personality of Go Ha-jun. Choi Trang Dong was beaten because he didn't pay enough protection money to him, and the protection money was extorted from kids like Kim So-hyun. All that money eventually went to that Go Ha-jun guy. Baek Chae-rin reminded Kim So-hyun. Baek Chae-rin left, he went back to Go Ha-jun. He looked at the miserable state of Choi Trang Dong and felt shuddered. He was scared but he still dared to ask Go Ha-jun why he supported him. And of course the answer was because he was good at boxing. That's right, Go Ha-jun was so pragmatic. Kim So-hyun woke up, he also knew that if he was not good at fighting anymore, Go Ha-jun would not care about him. And he only had the last option to accept the task. During the main task, the status board would update the subtasks. He was practicing punching when he met the gangsters. He quickly hit the leader and his armor skill increased to rank E. He understood that if he used it proficiently, the skill would be upgraded. His subtask appeared, defeat these gangsters. He continuously threw armored punches, knocked down 5 guys in a blink of an eye, completed the task and received a gold card. Well, what is this card? The time left for the main task was 8 hours. How could he beat Go Ha-jun in such a short time? He currently had 4 skill cards of boxing rank E, high pitch skill, body recovery and this gold card. As he was sitting in a daze thinking about how to beat Go Ha-jun, the potato asked him. That's right, only the potato cared about him. He took the blows with him. He was really a good friend. Kim So-hyun understood that but had never thanked him. This was a good opportunity to say thank you to the potato sincerely. As soon as he finished, Go Ha-jun walked into the class and invited him to the canteen. The opportunity was here, Kim So-hyun had to challenge him to beat Go Ha-jun. Just then, he bumped into Kim So-hyun's classmate. Kim So-hyun stood up, walked up to Go Ha-jun angrily, and cursed Go Ha-jun damn. He thought he would fight him, but no, he put his arm around Kim So-hyun and apologized. What the hell? Why didn't he hit him but apologized? He apologized for bumping into his friend and then took him to the canteen. Life is not as I expected. Time is running out. During PE, he sat with Potato in the middle of the yard. Kim So-hyun was dazed as if he had lost his soul. He didn't know how to fight Go Ha-jun when he didn't want to fight him. Moreover, the whole school was buzzing that he was Go Ha-jun's best friend because of what happened earlier. Could it be that Go Ha-jun was not a bad guy after all? He treated Kim So-hyun as his best friend. He didn't know what to do. Baek Chae-rin came and told him about the rumor. Baek Chae-rin had helped him not to be beaten by Choi Trang Dong and told him the truth about Go Ha-jun. He was also a good person, and he played with Go Ha-jun's group. They had to get along to play together. He boldly asked Baek Chae-rin, but he suddenly changed, turned back to being a snobbish female idol, and didn't answer. He was confused and didn't know what to do. Then there was a loud noise. Some kids in the class came and said that Kim So-hyun had a big problem. He startled and followed them. It was Potato. He was being beaten by Go Ha-jun's gang. It was really fake. They only respected Kim So-hyun but didn't care about Potato. They thought that Go Ha-jun was close to Kim So-hyun and they could be friends with Potato. They beat and mocked Potato. He came to see Go Ha-jun to talk, because he saw his friend always having a headache thinking about this guy. Go Ha-jun appeared, and sure enough, he was like his gang. He walked over and punched Potato in the face, making him fall down completely. He punched more and cursed at his face. Even though you often go with Kim So-hyun, you and him are not on the same level, you damn thick-faced bastard. Kim So-hyun suddenly jumped out and punched Go Ha-jun in the face with his armor. This was a big deal. The students gathered more and more. This time Kim So-hyun was really dead. This was like suicide, right? How could he live if he touched Go Ha-jun? Kim So-hyun even dared to challenge Go Ha-jun. Should he report to the teacher? Who would dare to report? The words came out in the whispers. Go Ha-jun stretched out his hand to twist his neck as if to adjust his posture after Kim So-hyun's punch. He stepped forward and said with a haughty tone, I thought you and I were close friends. But you want to fight me, huh? Kim So-hyun's face was grim and murderous. He was not afraid at all. Seeing the scene just now made him boil with anger. That's right, he declared that in this school I only have one friend, the Potato. Do you understand, you bastard? He challenged to beat Go Ha-jun in 5 seconds. He risked it because of the gold card he received this time, the card to overcome the limit. He overcame his limit in 5 short seconds. The crowd around was gaping, not believing their ears. This guy was really crazy. The task began. Kim So-hyun continuously threw armored punches. How the hell did Go Ha-jun dodge so easily? He was very arrogant. And 5 seconds ended. He smirked. He stepped forward and punched a fatal blow into Kim So-hyun's body. He collapsed. Not giving up, he got up and rushed. Go Ha-jun seemed to enjoy it. He punched continuously into Kim So-hyun's face and stomach. Kim So-hyun struggled to get up. 5 seconds hadn't started yet. This bastard. He used the high-pitched skill to scream. He had to beat Go Ha-jun. As he rushed he was hit by Go Ha-jun. He had to make Go Ha-jun lose his guard to strike. He was constantly beaten. He collapsed on Go Ha-jun. He wrapped his arms around Go Ha-jun, used the recovery card and the gold card, overcame the limit. That's right, now he had the strength of a 156 kilograms player. He hugged Go Ha-jun, pretending to be motionless. Go Ha-jun thought he had lost, was unconscious. The opportunity was here. He lifted Go Ha-jun up and threw him hard to the ground. Kim So-hyun took off his shirt, wearing only a tank top inside. He crossed the shirt around his neck. 1 punch. 2 punches. The 156 kilograms punches hit Go Ha-jun's face continuously. Go Ha-jun's face was distorted. In just 5 seconds, he had completely defeated Go Ha-jun. He couldn't speak. He gasped and begged for mercy. It was crazy. The turnaround was too fast. No one dared to believe what was happening. Everyone opened their eyes wide. They gaped. Kim So-hyun was exhausted and lay on his back. The status board appeared. You have completed your mission and received a platinum card. The next day, he returned to school. Everyone was whispering, no one didn't know him. And Go Ha-jun didn't come to school. That's right, he lost face in front of so many students in the school. How could he go to school? Go Ha-jun didn't go to school. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. And of course, the boss of the school had changed, no one else but Kim So-hyun. Now wherever he went, everyone respected him, didn't dare to touch him. But the rumors spread further than he thought. There were things that didn't happen but were still spread as true. He felt the pressure. Kim So-hyun went to the bathroom. He opened the platinum card. Reward card, peeking. This is a platinum card? Peeking is not very bad? So you can see it. I thought it was a power more powerful than armor. Sigh. Walking with Potato in the hallway, he bumped into a big, tattooed guy. Kim So-hyun was shocked. The group suddenly bowed 90 degrees to greet him. It turned out that he was Lee Hyun-jong, the younger brother of Lee Hyun-jo, the boss of Due One School and the first-year leader with his gang. They came to greet the new boss of Kongbuk School. Kim So-hyun was embarrassed. He explained that he was not a boss at all and told them not to greet him like that. He used to follow Go Ha-jun, but Go Ha-jun was defeated, so he looked for a new boss. And of course he had a purpose in contacting the school boss. The noble purpose of Lee Hyun-jong was to unify Kongbuk. Currently Kongbuk was divided into 4 schools: North Kongbuk, South Kongbuk, West Kongbuk and East Kongbuk. It was crazy. Kim So-hyun drove them away because he didn't want to get involved in any more fighting. He just wanted a normal school life. And he was not interested in these unification things. He was about to go back to class when suddenly the task board appeared. And his task was to unify Kongbuk. That's life. Hate what heaven gives. If he gave up the task, the status board would never appear again and all the rewards from before would disappear. He couldn't accept it, but he couldn't refuse it either. Well, then follow the madness. He called the Lee Hyun-jong group back and declared that he was the boss of West Kongbuk. He would unify the 4 Kongbuk schools. The Lee Hyun-jong group was overjoyed as if they had caught gold because they had been looking for an ally for a long time. Before, Go Ha-jun didn't care about his lofty ideals. Back in class, Kim So-hyun sat there blankly. He thought about the platinum card. He had it in his hand but he didn't know how to use it. Baek Chai-rin left her seat and came to him. Baek Chai-rin was a sharp-tongued but kind-hearted girl. The last time Kim So-hyun fought with Go Ha-jun, she was very worried, and now she asked again. As they were talking, a strange index board appeared. He was using the stealing skill. The indices of intelligence, strength, speed, and endurance of Baek Chai-rin appeared in front of him. His eyes looking at Baek Chai-rin when using this skill made her blush. But it was also perverted. Who would stare like that? Baek Chai-rin blushed, yelled, slapped Kim So-hyun and turned away. Kim So-hyun sat there blankly. He knew the power of the platinum card. He didn't expect much, but it was better than he thought. He met Lee Hyun-jong again. He came to pay the protection money. No one asked him to. He came and gave Kim So-hyun an envelope. He pushed it away and looked straight at Lee Hyun-jong. Wow, he was really a gangster. His strength and endurance indices were very high. And Kim So-hyun's eyes naturally made Lee Hyun-jong embarrassed. Kim So-hyun saw the indices and knew better. He shouldn't touch this guy. He was about to leave when the task board appeared. Take the boss position. That's right, the Lee Hyun-jong group came to tell him to attend the inauguration ceremony. Here they talked about the monster bosses of North, South, East Kongbuk and the unification plan and the Kongbuk conference. Kim So-hyun was not interested in these things. He just wanted a normal school life. He thought he didn't care, he didn't need to attend the conference, but the devilish task board required him to participate. It was really damn. Feeling bored, Kim So-hyun used the stealing skill to see the indices of his classmates. Oh, why did they react like that? Could it be that when he used this skill, everyone would feel embarrassed? But this skill also had a level upgrade like armor. He was at a low level, he didn't know what it would be like when he reached rank E. He had to steal more. Today is also the day of the Kongbuk conference. He was worried, so he brought Potato along. Lee Hyun-jong took them to an abandoned high-rise building. This was their meeting place. Kim So-hyun walked in with a sinking feeling. He would never come here if it wasn't for a gold card and 10 copper cards. He opened the curtain and saw Kong Suk, the boss of Nam Kongbuk School. He had a very friendly and kind face. He was famous for being a good student, diligent, but his mind was unpredictable. Kim So-hyun happily chatted but was warned by Lee Hyun-jong. This Kong Suk guy looked like that, but he was not simple. No one was good and kind and ruled the school like that. Everything had a reason. Kim So-hyun felt uneasy. But why did he join here? But the mission was not completed yet. Suddenly there was a loud noise outside. It turned out to be Han Jae-ha, the boss of Dong Kongbuk. His face was scary. He just came in and yelled loudly. He was notorious for being a cruel, ruthless monster. Oh, mission completed. Let's go, 11 precious cards. Kim So-hyun happily stood up and said goodbye to leave. Not that easy. Han Jae-ha blocked the door. He came to see him but he left. He grabbed Kim So-hyun's neck and challenged him. Kim So-hyun was bewildered but also very scared. But he couldn't challenge, because every time he challenged, the mission board would appear and force him to fight. But the bewildered look on his face was also challenging. Han Jae-ha was angry and wanted to jump in and punch Kim So-hyun hard but was stopped by his juniors. What the hell is that? No, they had to stop. Because Kong Suk was sitting there and watching with glee. If West Kongbuk and East Kongbuk fought, Nam Kongbuk would sit and watch and make the final move. They wouldn't let that happen. Han Jae-ha brushed his hand and gave up, no more fighting, and quit the conference here. At home, Kim So-hyun opened the cards he had just received. The gold card was the card merger card, and he had merged 4 copper cards into one gold card of strength. But the meaning of the cards made him still confused. Being beaten to get good things, he lay on the stone bench and looked up at the sky and saw Baek Chae-rin. Was she also in this area? He wondered and then asked Baek Chae-rin to slap him to see what good things would happen. He didn't know why, but every time Kim So-hyun got close to her, her face turned red. But because she liked to act cold, she scolded Kim So-hyun and raised her hand to hit him hard. Before she could hit, the gangsters appeared out of nowhere. They were the ones who had been defeated by Kim So-hyun before and now came to take revenge on him. A side mission also appeared: defeat the gangsters and the leader. Who was the leader? Accept the mission, fight. He was about to fight when a tall guy appeared. He was the brother of Sang-chan, the leader who was knocked out by Kim So-hyun. Using the peeking skill, this guy was not simple. All his stats were very good. He approached and Baek Chae-rin ran in front of Kim So-hyun. She boldly demanded them to leave. That's right, Baek Chae-rin had a wide relationship. She didn't care about these guys. But they didn't respect women. They intended to hit her hard. Kim So-hyun saw that and jumped up but was punched in the stomach by the leader. He hugged his stomach and bent down. Baek Chae-rin saw that and screamed but was dragged by the gangsters. The guy got the upper hand, mocked Kim So-hyun as a trash can and not a big deal in Kongbuk school. No. It was strange. It didn't hurt at all, but it was very comfortable. That's right. His stomach was very comfortable. It turned out that this was the effect of the gold card. Master, please, it was true that being beaten would be better. Seeing Kim So-hyun's happy face, the guy felt provoked. He rushed to hit Kim So-hyun continuously. After 5 times, the owner's trigger card increased from E to C. He punched the guy in the face. Just a normal straight punch, but he flew to the corner of the wall. He stood up straight, told Baek Chae-rin that he was here. The words made Baek Chae-rin blush. The guy got up, grinned with pleasure. Kim So-hyun crossed his vest. The battle began, but the gangsters rushed in first. Kim So-hyun told Baek Chae-rin to close her eyes because she was a girl and shouldn't witness these things. Baek Chae-rin thought to herself, what the hell is this crazy guy doing? With a few simple punches, Kim So-hyun defeated them. The leader started to move on. His endurance and strength are C rank, not to be underestimated. He attacked but was grabbed and counterattacked by him. Oh, the strength is reduced. What's wrong with this yellow card? He can't activate it to use the card. The guy rushed to punch him continuously. Kim So-hyun was taking the blows, didn't know what to do, then Baek Chae-rin rushed to stop the guy. Suddenly Kim So-hyun seemed to have more strength. He counterattacked and knocked the guy down. He understood. The trigger card will activate when he cares, worries for someone. And just now he cared about Baek Chae-rin, so his skills were effective. The A-rank punches helped him complete the mission. Because of that, today the whole school is buzzing about Kim So-hyun and Baek Chae-rin dating. Damn school, really? Baek Chae-rin ran over and slapped Kim So-hyun. He didn't know anything about the rumor, because the one who spread the news was Lee Hyun-jong. Kim So-hyun was still worried about the mission board. Why does it always appear tasks at coincidental times? The cards are the same. Right now, at Dong Kongbuk School, Han Ji-ha was smoking. Under his feet was the leader of the gangsters yesterday kneeling. It turned out he was Han Ji-ha's subordinate. Losing was enough, plus the rumor that Kim So-hyun beat Han Ji-ha at the symposium made him extremely angry. And with that situation, he decided to catch Kim So-hyun immediately, because in his stats, speed is S rank. On the other side, Kim So-hyun was thinking about the silver card he received after the mission yesterday. The card increases suddenly, don't know what it is, good or bad. But more headache is his current mission, recruiting members. There are already 3 people, him, Potato and Lee Hyun-jong. Can't choose randomly but can't choose carefully either. He got up, walked the hallway to see how. Really fake. His sandals broke. Just as Baek Chae-rin came, he fell into her chest. And of course a punch in the face. He didn't have time to explain. Baek Chae-rin cursed and left. He sat down and felt something strange. A cold feeling down his spine. He went back to school. He walked past Kim So-hyun. Suddenly the status board showed a side quest, get Go Ha-jun into the team. What the hell is that? How can he invite Go Ha-jun to the team when he hit him like that? Just take a risk. Kim So-hyun called but Go Ha-jun just walked away without responding. Kim So-hyun and Potato sat stunned under the gym. A kid ran around screaming for help. Big trouble, Lee Hyun-jong was kidnapped by the Dong Kongbuk gang. The kid called his brother to save Lee Hyun-jong but no result. Kim So-hyun didn't want to get involved in these punches, let alone meet the Dong Kong Book guys, and there was no benefit to going. He said goodbye and left. Lee Hyun-jong was beaten to the point of having no strength left. The leader was Hwang Da-sung, the top 14 strongest boss of Dong Kong Book School. The whole gang of them punched and hit him with sticks. They also taunted Lee Hyun-jong for only following Kim So-hyun's ass. Lee Hyun-jong declared that from now on he would only follow the tank top boss Kim So-hyun. Hwang Da-sung laughed as if he had a good harvest. He grabbed a big stick and hit Lee Hyun-jong's head, telling him to take the stick and hit him. Seeing that hateful face, Lee Hyun-jong also got up and hit Hwang Da-sung as instructed. He was very strong. Before he could make a move, the gang of smart guys rushed in. They were about to hit him on the head with a stick when whoosh, big brother. Kim So-hyun appeared out of nowhere like a gust of wind, kicking the guy down. Kim So-hyun was strong-mouthed but his heart was not at ease. He intended to ignore this Lee Hyun-jong guy but he was restless, he made him worry. Even though he knew he might not be able to beat these people, he would try. With the skill of peeking, he saw that the stats of these guys were within his reach. But only Hwang Da-sung seemed a bit difficult. His endurance was a plus, and the other stats were also very high. Not to mention his body was big and bulky, probably twice or 3 times Kim So-hyun. If he just hit him straight in the face, he would definitely not be able to beat him. He aimed at his stomach and threw some max-level punches. Oh, are you kidding me? He stood still as if nothing happened. He didn't hurt. The thick layer of fat had blocked those punches, no wonder his endurance was level A+. Then the only way was to punch him in the face. But before he could make a move, he lifted him up, punched him hard and threw him down. The fat body sat on Kim So-hyun's stomach. Just thinking about it, he couldn't breathe anymore. Kim So-hyun was stiff, unable to move. Kim So-hyun was weaker than Hwang Da-sung thought, so he despised him, ordered his subordinates to hit him. The thugs came with sticks and clubs. Lee Hyun-jong blocked in front to protect his big brother. About to get hit on the head with a club, Go Ha-jun suddenly appeared, kicked hard at them. Their eyes looked at each other in surprise. Go Ha-jun turned around and looked at Kim So-hyun and asked again the invitation to join the team. It turned out that he had heard it before but pretended to ignore it. Now he confirmed to be a member of the team. And of course he would deal with these shrimps for his team. Hwang Da-sung was very pleased. He challenged Go Ha-jun. Preparing for the fight, Kim So-hyun spoke up. What was the image of the cross-tank top straps? That's right, Go Ha-jun had joined so his mission was completed and of course he got a valuable card reward. His strength was restored powerfully. He jumped up and kicked Hwang Da-sung in the face. It turned out to be the Taekwondo high kick skill. Hwang Da-sung had a bloody nose, his eyes seemed unable to open, he lay still on the ground. Go Ha-jun and Kim So-hyun became closer. Kim So-hyun was cheerful thinking that the Dong Kong Book guys would not touch him anymore. But he didn't know that the power behind Dong Kong Book was very scary. That was Han Jae-ha. Go Ha-jun warned him that he was not an easy guy to deal with. Han Jae-ha was not only notorious for his brutal appearance but he was also very smart. He was smarter than any guy Go Ha-jun had ever met. Kim So-hyun also started to feel more alert. Today was the meeting of the team. Lee Hyun-jong and his subordinates talked about the match and the upcoming plan. But Kim So-hyun didn't care about those things. He fights every day until he is exhausted. Kim So-hyun sits there but is lost in thought about the yellow card. After defeating Hwang Da-sung, he has 2 yellow cards but can only choose one of them. One card is the Heavenly Eye, which gives him the highest level skill, and the other card is the Welcome. He is very hesitant. He wants more power, but he also wants to know where the mission came from, and how long he has to be a slave to the mission. Just choose. He has to solve the mystery first. The whole room is still discussing the plan. He shouts to open the card. Everyone is shocked and doesn't know what is going on. Suddenly, everything becomes silent. There is something very strange. Everyone has disappeared. Kim So-hyun is panicked. He runs out of the hallway and down to the yard, but there is no one. He calls but there is no answer. A huge card appears in front of him. But this card has no name, only an exclamation mark in the middle. The lines of text start to appear. Nice to meet you. This is the first time we meet, right? You must have a lot of questions. Now you can ask and I will answer everything. Define the situation. Kim So-hyun asks a lot of questions. Who are you? Why? What are you doing? The status board shows a line connecting to him to talk to Kim So-hyun. What is this? Is it a human voice? Who are you and why are you making these missions? The sound from the board comes out. The other side welcomes and congratulates him for quickly getting the welcome card. So there are other people who are doing the same mission as him. He wants to know when this mission game will end, but the answer is not what he expected. The other side says that he is only satisfied with the bronze, silver, gold, and platinum cards. There are still diamond, master, and challenger cards. He is not curious about the power hidden behind these cards. This opportunity only comes once. Before he can answer that question, he feels dizzy. Everything starts to blur. He opens his eyes. Oh, it was a dream. Why is it like that? Everyone surrounds him and asks him. They thought he was unconscious. These guys like to exaggerate. They hug him and cry out loud. So annoying. On the way back, he thinks about the dream. That's right, he wants to try it once because the opportunity will not come to him a second time. But to complete the mission of unifying Kongbuk School, he has to defeat the 4 bosses of the school. He doesn't know much about the others, but he has to be careful with Han Ji-ha. As he is muttering, he runs into Han Ji-ha. This situation doesn't look accidental at all, it's like he came to find him. Because of practicing peeping a lot, his peeping skill has reached rank E and he is shocked. That Han Ji-ha has 2 rank S stats, the rest are A at A+. He can't underestimate him. As soon as he meets him, he kicks him and makes Kim So-hyun breathless. With Kim So-hyun's current stats, he is nothing compared to him. His side mission is to defeat Han Ji-ha. Kim So-hyun uses the recovery card and the skill cards to fight back. But it seems like he is scratching Han Ji-ha. He is about to kick high, but he is countered by Han Ji-ha, who kicks him in the face and makes him unconscious. Mission failed. But how the hell did he get the platinum card thanks to the hidden condition? This platinum card is very strange. It can copy everything he wants. But he doesn't know what it is used for to help with these fights. After that, Han Ji-ha officially declares war to take over the West Kongbuk area. He ordered his men along with 2 leaders, Kang Jo-hyuk and Park Gun. These 2 were notorious for being the most vicious in East Kongbuk. Kim So-hyun was very worried when he heard the news. What should he do? His level was no match for these 2 monsters. He would only end up with broken bones. He was thinking when he met Go Ha-jun. That's right, he would ask Go Ha-jun for help. But Go Ha-jun refused him. Actually, he had some ulterior motive. Oh right, he could copy Go Ha-jun to train. A great idea. On the rooftop, he fought with the copied version. His skills reached a level of proficiency. It turned out that the platinum card was more useful than he thought. Today he was in high spirits going to school. Kim So-hyun felt that he had become much stronger. He confidently walked through the schoolyard, and today was the day the East Kongbuk gang came to fight. They were the ones who had speed stats at level S. They announced yesterday that they would come today, which was a very normal thing. But they didn't come straight to him. Those bastards went to the girls' school in East Kongbuk, teased the girls there to challenge Kim So-hyun. Hearing the news, Kim So-hyun was about to go when he ran into Hwang Da-sung. He came to take revenge, because after losing the last time, he was despised by everyone. And that made him very angry. Kim So-hyun's team was very weak. Only he and Go Ha-jun knew a few skills. As for Lee Hyun-jong, his level was quite poor, his men were even worse, and the number was very small. In this situation, he temporarily ordered Lee Hyun-jong to go save the girls first, while he stayed to deal with Hwang Da-sung. The East Kongbuk gang was laughing, teasing the girls in West Kongbuk when Lee Hyun-jong appeared. He glared at them and challenged them. He knew they were very strong, but he was also very brave. They saw him and started to get interested. But in their eyes, he was nothing but a shrimp. Oh, who is that? Aang Kukya, super rookie from the West? So there is also a potato boss here. Lee Hyun-jong was alone, famous for being the second strongest monster in West Kongbuk. He made them quite wary. But his face looked very itchy. The East Kongbuk thugs rushed to beat the potato. Sorry. Oh, what's that? Kim So-hyun. He apologized for being late. Haha, that's fine. Potato is the guy who likes to talk and act like a hero. That name was spread by Lee Hyun-jong, who else? Lucky for him, Kim So-hyun arrived in time. Amazing, he had already dealt with Hwang Da-sung, the fat guy. Unbelievable. He walked step by step with a strong aura towards them. Kang Jo-hyuk stood smoking behind, smiling smugly. Yeah, that's right, the prey is here, so we have to be happy. Beating Hwang Da-sung didn't scare him because he was stronger than Hwang Da-sung. His men rushed forward, but this time Kim So-hyun swung his arm and knocked them down. His skills had reached level B and E. The cards also changed names with different powers. After punching, he licked the blood on his fist, challenged them to call Han Ji-ha out, not bothering to deal with these shrimps. Hearing this, Kang Jo-hyuk was furious. He called him a shrimp. He clenched his cigarette, his face very contemptuous of Kim So-hyun. According to Hwang Da-sung, Kim So-hyun was so weak, he couldn't compare to his strength. So he also showed a happy expression. This Kang Jo-hyuk guy was strong, but his intelligence index was quite low. He was still relaxed because of the smoke when Kim So-hyun rushed to punch him straight in the face. What the hell was that? Was he weak? The punch made him dizzy. Before he could counterattack, Kim So-hyun jumped up and threw a super high kick. Kang Jo-hyuk lay on the ground without being able to hit anything. Kim So-hyun had changed a lot, he had become much stronger.